welcome to the Wisdom Ali channel, where we share words of wisdom rooted in Ghanaian culture and the Bible. On today's episode, we'll be looking at another inscription and try to unpack the words of wisdom in there. So today's inscription says, Deuteronomy chapter 15 verse 11. Ignore the spelling. The spelling says Deuteronomy, but it's Deuteronomy chapter 15 verse 11. Now, what does Deuteronomy chapter 15 verse 11 say? Deuteronomy chapter 15 verse 11 says, there will always be poor people in the land. Therefore, I command you to be open-handed toward your fellow Israelites who are poor and needy in your land. So this was a command to the Israelites, God's people at the time, saying that, you know what, there are always going to be poor people in the land. So for those of you that have something, be open-handed toward your fellow Israelites who are poor and needy in the land. Okay, so what can we learn from this text? It's basically telling us that, times are tough. If you speak to everyone is having a hard time due to the economy, due to other reasons. But if you look around and you're going to be very honest, you see that there are other people that have it way worse than you. So others have it way worse, So basically, if you see someone in that kind of position, what we're learning from this is that, extend a helping hand to another person, right? And there's an interesting thing that I would also like to draw your attention to. Proverbs chapter 19 verse 17 says, whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward them for what they have done. So there are two things here. It says that when you're kind to someone that's poor, what you've done is you've given a loan to God, and who better repays loans than God, So whoever is kind to the poor, you have given a loan to the Lord, and there is a guarantee that he is going to pay you. And the second thing that I want you to take from this is that he says he will reward them for what they have done. So when you do good to someone that's poor, or when you do good to anybody else, your reward, you shouldn't be expecting your reward from that person. You've given a loan to God, and God says, I will repay. Sometimes, as human as we are, when we do good to someone, we're looking for them to repay us in some other way, right? But don't do that. You have given a loan to God, he will repay you, and he definitely will. And another thing that I'd like to draw your attention to also, again, is in the book of Matthew, chapter 25, and verse 41 to 46, but I'm not going to read everything. But it was Christ teaching and talking about the same principle in Proverbs, that when you do something for the poor, or for your brother or your sister, you've actually done it for the Lord. So, it says, for I was hungry and you gave me nothing to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me nothing to drink. I was a stranger and you did not invite me in. I needed clothes and you did not clothe me. I was sick and in prison and you did not look after me. They will answer. They also will answer, Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty, or a stranger, or needing clothes, or sick, or in prison, and did not help you? And he'll reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did not do for the least of these, you did not do for me. Okay? So the principle is clear, that when you're doing something for your fellow brother or your fellow sister, God sees it, and he's the one that is going to repay, because he says you're actually doing it for him. Okay? So let us not grow tired of doing good, of helping people. The truth is, you might help somebody. You might help a poor person, and they would repay you with evil. If that has happened to you before, I'm sure that you're nodding your head by now, right? They'll repay you with evil. But I want you to keep this in mind. When we read Proverbs 19 verse 17 and read Matthew chapter 25 verse 41 downwards, there is no condition to God repaying your good deed. God is not saying, or the Bible is not saying that If you do good to other people and they repay you with evil, I will not bless you. The Bible does not say that. Okay, but as human as we are, sometimes it is very painful. It is very difficult. And we might give up when we help one person and they repay us with evil. We might not go and help the next person, right? But I want you to always keep this in mind. If someone pays your good deed or repays your good deed with evil, it does not stop God's blessings for you. Okay? It will not stop God's blessings. God will still bless you for doing good. All right, so that's about it for unpacking today's inscription. Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 11 says, help other people, lend a helping hand to other people, good to other people, and God will repay you. See you in the next one.